He's a super tech. Gets his job done before. He's a super tech. Never calls tech support. He's a super tech. Gets his jobs done before. He's a super tech. Never calls tech support. He's got the biggest SATA gauges hanging in his band. He never has to use them calibrated hands. Dispatch sends him on a no heat call. He got to diagnose before he gets to the dome.
Cause he's the super tech.
Yeah, super tech. Yeah, he's a super tech.
Friday night live.
Jobs done before.
Friday night live stream.
He's a super tech. Never calls tech support. Yeah, he's a super tech.
Oh, basic uplands in the house. One more rooftop unit to fix, and then it's brewski time. Chris Bevan's in the house. Yo. Great footage from the Metallica show. Thanks, Chris. That was fun.
I'm the one that gets the jobs done. I'm a super tech. Don't forget it, son.
We'll chat about that in a second. He's a super tech.
Super tech.
Dude, how about they played Dead Kennedys? California Uber Alice. That was pretty cool. How's the manifold holding up, Chris? Are you enjoying that little manifold? Basic upland, one more rooftop unit, and then it's brewski time. How about those cats on the East Coast getting clobbered by the hot weather this week? That's probably epic. HVAC Daddy 89 is in the house. Just getting home, dealing with the process chiller. Oh, yeah. All right, Chris is digging the manifold. It's working good. All right, it is the Friday night live stream. Yeah, with NorCal Dave. Oh, East Coast is in the house. HVAC Daddy, how crazy was that weather? Oh, yeah, Kevin's in there too. Yeah, it looked like you guys were having crazy ass weather. Let's see. Stromy worked on a Vever ice machine today. What a piece of junk. I got a Vever story for you. She still owes me money for the install. I installed one last week. And, or was it the week before? Maybe the end of the week before. Yeah. I had given her, so she had a Manitowoc. It failed. Old. Gave her all the models, numbers, everything to order another Manitowoc. She goes, yeah, I got the machine. Come and install it. I go over there. It was that Vever thing. How about the water inlet and the drain hookups on those pieces of junk? Absolutely garbage. Oh, it's very disappointing. Very disappointing indeed. Vevor ice maker. I've yet to see a true ice machine. I know True's making ice makers now too. I haven't seen one yet. They look pretty decent. Oh, Kevin Galambos. The heat wave was insane. He's up in Maine. Well, Ohio, it's been nuts. HVAC Daddy. Yeah, you guys probably got enough work off of that heat wave for a couple weeks. Easy. I remember those days. Kevin's all not used to that shit. Oh, no. Hell no. Shannon Knight's in the house. Yo, Shannon, what's up? I love Shannon's videos. Oh, yeah. Stromy's all those Vever ice machines are junk. I had an ice flip error and no manual. Took him a minute. It's their version of a bin switch. Oh, man. I think Felipe had one. It lasted the customer 1 month. And the thing died. So, oh man, very interesting. I've been fighting a multi-stack chiller that's a damn nightmare. Oh, damn. Stromy jumped it, got it running, and it was low on gas. Throw it out. Dude, I installed that thing. It's working for her, and I've already thought of my exit strategy. For sure, man, for sure. Yeah, we're going to see more and more of these junker units out there as time goes on. And it's going to be really interesting. But the ice maker thing was really a bummer. It really was. I thought it was going to be another Manitowoc, and she'd have been good for another ten years. And I don't understand why. I mean, are they really saving that much money? Man, and I thought I had explained myself really good on that one. It's like, just get another Manitowoc, you'll be fine. I mean, what are we looking at? $3,400 versus what? I don't know what those Vevers cost, but man, if the thinking is, oh, I'll just pay twice for two Vevers, nah, you're still going to lose. Just get the Manitowoc ice maker. Oh, the machine and the bin was 1600 new. Yeah, that's it's going to be a bummer if that 1600 goes right down the garbage in like 3 months. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I got stuck with the same thing. The day job's been damn crazy. We got chillers getting rebuilt. I was working on pneumatic stuff all day today. Old pneumatic stuff from the 70s. Nothing like, you know, air controls. So it's not that bad. I think the ice machine and the bin. Oh yeah, we read that one. $1,600. Yeah, that'll get them every time. Every single time. Oh man, I got to work on a. Remember the old Kelvinator freezers with the static coil? Guy's been on me. He's all. It's too cold and the gelato's too hard. And so I called him. He's been up my butt all week, just getting it. Got a hold of him today on a text message, and I was like, "Bro, how thick is the ice on the sides? You have to manually defrost those." And he's like, "I don't have anywhere to put the ice cream." I was like, "That's gonna be a bummer." I go, "If I come out tomorrow, I'm gonna go out there tomorrow morning. If I come out tomorrow morning, and the ice on the walls is like this, I'm like, bro, party's over." Follett's good ice makers, HVAC Daddy. The Follett Flakers are really, really good ice machines. Let's see, Stromy's all had a chef uh, break the TXV power head on a walk-in cooler on Tuesday. Why the heck was he in there? Yeah, they like to go in there and try and fix stuff. That was like the pneumatic thermostat I had today on the wall. So it's just in a room, so that if it's air powered to close the diaphragm on those heating water valves. So from the thermostat up to the diaphragm on the valve, it's got to get probably like about 5 to 7 psi, and it'll close the valve, and then the reheat coil's not heating anymore. And what I ended up finding over there, it looked like they tried to take the stat off the wall to paint or do a little tidy up, and they actually snapped the connector off the back of the base plate, so the air was just pissing in the wall, and they thought they had broken the thermostat. But I ended up changing the diaphragm on the valve too, because it had looked old as hell. So I'm like, I'm not coming back on this one. Did the diaphragm, got a new base plate for the thermostat, fixed that thing up pretty good. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, they'll get in there and wrench on stuff. He's just there to make you a living. He snapped the cap tube off clean. Oh yeah. Did you do just the power head, or did you end up changing the whole TXV? If the TXV on those are old sometimes I'll just change out the whole TXV and throw a dryer in there. And then just reel it in. It's like catching fish. Oh man. Shannon, did you get the heat wave where you're at too? Were you out there getting crushed? Papa Johnny with the Finger Bang Friday. Oh yeah, Finger Bang Friday. Who remembers this one, dude? Does your work van have a song? Mine does. Oh shit.
1989
Oh yeah.
was the time.
Finger Bang Friday.
The van, it was so divine. 68 Dodge with skateboard silhouettes. We took it clubbing, it's as good as it gets. Radio Romantico playing loud. Air trumpets blasting the whole way
HVAC Daddy
down.
has the Team America theme for his van.
West in Planet X. That's about
As good as it gets in the vagina. Rolling in.
the vagina. The vagina.
Dude, how's that? Rolling up to the Jonathan. Yes, is I'll laugh out loud. Yeah, roll up to the customers with that thing playing and the Vangina license plate, just slaying it. Gotta try out my new mini rosebud tip on that job. That thing's sick. Yep, I used to have the mini rosebud. I gotta find it. It's gotta be rolling around in the van. I used to love that tip. Coming from oxygen acetylene, oxy is so much better. Oh, you're just using the air oxy, like the turbo torch. I'm down for whatever saves your back and whatever works for you. I mean, you're humping stuff up and down the ladders all day long. Felipe showed me this 3-torch map gas one he used this week. So it's like a map gas torch with 3 heads. And I think he actually got up to 3/4 inch pipe on that thing. King of the Creases in New York. Here we go. The heat wave was brutal. 3 days of a $102, then 77 Thursday, 68 today. Oh, you could actually breathe outside today, King of the Crease. We were talking earlier about myself and Stromy had a customer that bought those Vever ice makers. Yeah, micro channel condensers. We'll see how long they last. Felipe said he had one, a customer that only lasted a month. Oh man. And when we were talking about the true ice makers, I think you've worked on those. I've yet to see one. Oh yeah, HVAC Daddy, Junk Vever. Yeah, it comes. So I got the thing brand new. Opened up the box. It has a little bit of installation instructions, but it comes with these funky ass hose connections for the drain and the water inlet. But I actually ended up using a dishwasher kit connector for the water inlet, so I could put a braided, the 3/8 braided hose to it. It was a nightmare. Vever ice machines have 4 times 12-volt DC computer fans in lieu of a real condenser fan. Oh yeah, I heard them running. They won't last long in the kitchen. No, this is going to be epic. South Jersey had the hottest day in 13 years. Keith N. Oh man. Shines all the Flyers just made their pick Porter Montrone. Let's go Flyers. Oh man, that's right. The draft's going on. NBA draft's going. Hockey draft. Heat wave on the East Coast. HVAC Daddy 89's throwing cigarettes out the window, looking like a blue collar hero. Some funny shit. I still haven't got paid for my Vever ice maker install. You know what? I got to resend a square to her. I'm going to do that tonight. As long as Comcast owns the Flyers, they ain't going to do shit as a team. Keith N. There you go. There you go, Shine. Got some Flyers talk going hot and heavy in the chat. It says HVAC Daddy, but we get into more industrial refrigeration and process than anything. That's fun work right there. Tito's in the house. Dave, do you feel the EDR has changed for the better? I've been watching a lot of videos and it seems to be more popular. No, it was better before, Tito. The El Diablo run used to be a bunch of chopper guys on a taco run. And they'd go down there, race the bikes, beat the shit out of each other, and then ride across to Ensenada. So you'd have to get the ride to San Felipe, party for 2 days, get your hungover ass back, pack up all your shit, and then go over to Ensenada. You never know what condition that road would be in. Some years it was in good shape. Some years it was a nightmare. And then you get to Ensenada and party for 2 days and then come home. And I always thought that was really, really cool. This year, a bunch of people went to Ensenada, and there was a huge rainstorm. They got absolutely annihilated going from San Felipe to Ensenada. I got destroyed on the way home. I had a hell of a ride home from the El Diablo run. I got rained on from the Salton Sea all the way to San Bernardino, and then so this you guys are gonna laugh at this. I think sometimes I got the headphones in the helmet, so I'm listening to music and shit. And sometimes I answer the telephone and I talk on there. It's like a full communication device inside of these things nowadays. I got it right here. So this little piece right here has all the baloney, and then inside you got a microphone, you got headphones, you could talk to your buddies while you're riding. If you get phone calls, you can answer phone calls. You can listen to your music. You could do Hey Siri. So it must have heard me yakking. And because it was raining, I must have been on the phone going, yeah, I really don't want to go through LA traffic, blah, blah, blah. So the damn Google Maps, they eavesdrop on everything. So I got the Google Maps on my phone, and it took me so it rained from Salton Sea to San Bernardino. When I got to San Bernardino, it turned me up the 15, like I'm going to Vegas, and then out the 138 on the backside of the mountain into Palmdale, and it got super foggy on the mountain. So I went from rain to this fog. I didn't bring my rain gear, so I'm freezing to death. You think you'd be like melting coming back from there, super hot. So I'm freezing to death, and then yeah, and I go right into the fog, and then I come out of the fog and I drop into Palmdale out in the desert out there. Now it's sunny and nice. And it took me 138 all the way to the backside of the Grapevine through to Gorman. And then it was a short hop to the I-5, and then I just boogied it straight to the I-5 to Pacheco Pass and home. And it turned out pretty good, but man, it was a trip. But I think to answer your question, Tito, I think it was a lot better before, but it's more popular now, especially with the locals, if that makes sense. It's evolved from a taco run, a bunch of skater chopper guys at a campground into like a local bike rally. That's what it's turned into. And I still enjoy it. I enjoy it a ton. It's fun down there. All right. Let's see. Chris Bevins, a little under counter Vever is 200 bucks on Amazon. Oh, brother, we're going to see the crap out of those things. Shines all great video at the concert last week. So the concert last week, I actually got the ticket for free. I've told you guys to go listen to Paulie's podcast in the last live stream. They gave away tickets, and my buddy John won a ticket, and then I got to be his plus one. And that was really, really cool. I had never seen Metallica live before. Man, did they kick ass. They were really, really good. Better than I thought they were going to be, honestly. And I've always loved their music, so they absolutely shreddelated. It was neat to see them at Levi Stadium. It was really cool. Let's see. Hey, NorCal, thanks for all your videos. I've been watching for 4 years now. Any advice for a new technician still struggling with some controls like relay? Just try and get proficient reading schematics and make it understand, to where you understand everything. That's the key to it. Spend some time. If you got to spend time on the weekends, if you got to spend time after work looking at stuff, it's absolutely worth it. And once it all clicks, dude, then everything becomes easy. And I remember, I don't know if you're doing air conditioning or more refrigeration, but I got to go to that Carrier hopscotch troubleshooting class way back in the late 80s. That was real helpful. I don't know if they still do those or not. Then I'm sure everything's on YouTube nowadays. But the more familiar you get with it, the easier it will become. Let's see, King of the Crease. We are still 80 calls backed up as of this morning. Gonna be tough to catch up next week with a 4-day weekend. Oh, yeah, you know what my boss used to do in those times in the old days? Hey, you're a refrigeration mechanic. You're gonna work 4th of July. Oh, they'd pull that shit on us all the time. And then the old man would pull the old, hey, I need you guys to finish all your calls. And it would be like a 7 in the morning till 11 at night special just to get caught up. They would pull that crap. And of course, you made a boatload of money because they'd pay you overtime. They'd pay us over. Sometimes he would charge the customer straight time and pay the mechanics overtime to get caught up. It was really cool, but every shop is different. Let's see, Big Nate getting serious SNL, the Californians vibe from the description of driving. Relays and defrost timer wiring. Hey, I got videos on that right on the front of the channel, Twisted to Logic. There's two videos on there. One's the walk-in refrigerator wiring, and one is the walk-in freezer wiring, and it's pretty blue collar descriptions. How it goes through all that. That might help you out. Let's see, Tommy Gillette. I have a crazy 450-pound Manitowoc ice machine. Some days it'll run 15 minutes. Other days it'll run all day. You got to find out how old it is and do the compressor test on it and see if your compressor is low capacity. You know, after you check all the basics, make sure the condenser's clean and the condenser fan motor's running up to speed. There's no hot water going into that thing. I've had that one before. And do the compressor test and the TXV test. And make sure, I've had this one before too. You guys will crack up. So we had this call one time. This place out on the wharf, and pretty busy restaurant. And it was wintertime. And they kept calling. They're like, hey man, like every 3 or 4 days, my ice makers, there's no production. So I go out the first time, check it out. Everything's working perfect. I got nothing for them, right? Nada. Go out the next time and I get there early and I catch it. There's no ice in the bin. It's really low. I'm like, all right, something's up. Check everything's working perfect. By my third trip, I figured out, oh, we're letting the boys fill up their coolers before they go fishing. And that they took all the ice. There was never anything wrong with the ice maker. They were letting everybody fill up the coolers. And sometimes you got to make sure the kitchen staff's not doing that. It'll look like low production. Big Nate, when it all clicks, so does the relay. Strictly refrigeration. Okay. Shines all. I go on a call next Thursday for a week. Oh, week-long service call. Oh, you're on call next week. I just got off call today. I was on call at the day job all week. Monday was a son of a gun after the Metallica show. Holy moly, let me tell you. Yeah, Monday was I was there at 5:30 Monday morning creeping. But I manned up and did it. Let's see. Basic Upland 1776 grounded compressor on this rooftop unit. Time to type this shit up and bounce. Oh, you're ready for beers, brother. All right. Shop's going to make some good coin and you're going to get a cold one. That's awesome. King of the Crease, I have 3-day weekend next Friday. See you Monday the 7th. Hell yeah, 4th of July, baby. Shine's on call for the 4th. Yeah, been there 100 times. I had the 4th of July one year and Christmas all in the same year. Oh, shit. HVAC Daddy's been on call for 2 weeks. I'm technically still on call for the day job every day, 24/7. But the deal is if they call and you answer and you want to respond, you can. If not, they'll go to the next guy. I think that's the rule. But if you go, you get 4 hours minimum. And I'm only like a mile and a half from the job, so you can go valve something off or smash a reset and get 4 hours OT real quick. And then come back and fix it Monday. Eddie's in the house. What's up, Eddie? Oh, HVAC Daddy's on call till the 7th. Oh, your birthday. Happy birthday, HVAC Daddy. King of the Crease was on call the past 2 weekends. Oh, during the heat wave. Now I have the next 3 weekends off. Oh, that's got to feel good. Dude, how much overtime did you get out of those 2 weekends, dude? You must have been rolling. Rolling and moving. HVAC Life with Zay's in the house. Hello, Zay. Eddie wants to know if I have any new music. I don't. I was working on this. Let me see if I could find this little thing if it'll play. I was working on like this little, I think I got bass drums, guitar going. I don't know if it sounds any good. I'm not sure how I felt about it. I don't know if if it transfers over to this one or not, but I'll look. Let's see if it's on here. And oh, it is. Maybe it is on here. Yeah, let's check it out. We can mess around if it opens. We can mess around with the. Come on, Turkey! I see you right there. Cannot open song. Song requires a newer version of GarageBand. Please update. Well, we're not updating live on the air. I recorded this one on my phone. So if you get these little devices, the little iRigs, you can record right to your phone with GarageBand if you have Apple. These are really slick. But I did it on my phone, and then my phone's my camera, so I got to update my software on this thing. So no, I don't have any new music to share tonight. The next live stream we can play with it and see if it's going to be any good. And I actually did two. I think I did two guitar tracks of bass and some drums, but it wasn't anything special. Like I wasn't really feeling it, but it was there. It was there, something to play with. It wasn't anything like this shredder. Best lyrics I ever wrote. Oh, 3 weeks, 62 hours each week. Wow, you were killing it. Yeah, Chris Bevins has been on call for 23 years. I feel you. More cowbell. How's that for a lyric? If my balls tickled your butt cheeks, would you turn around and smile at me? And if my balls are dancing on your chin, is how you talk to me. Yeah, I feel you, King of the Crease. I remember those days. I like where he's all. I drank some unicorn tears and then it's glitter that I pee. Yeah, that's some good lyrics. I was feeling some really good literature right there. And King of the Crease, I remember those days, man. It'd be hot as F outside. You try to eat good, but you can't because you're rolling. You're doing so many damn calls. You drink so much waters and Gatorades. You get home. Hopefully the house is cooled off enough to close your eyeballs for a little while, and then you're back at it. But it's cool because you get amped up and geared up for it, almost like being on drugs. Seriously, when you're on call and you're slaying it, and you got the rhythm going, and the calls are going, and you're killing it, and you're staying on top of it, and it feels good, and it's almost like, yeah, give me some more. But then at the end of it, you're pretty run down and tired. You need to get a break and regroup. I remember doing those all night compressors on those cargo container units. Those would suck. Good luck finding a helper. First, you got to find another guy from the shop. Then you got to go hunt down the compressor. Then you got to tag team that thing. The sun will be coming up when you're done switching it out. And you're out of gas. And then you're driving. You're all driving tired, falling asleep at the wheel. That's always fun. Oh, let's see. Twisted to logic. I've only been in refrigeration for 2 years, and I've come to realize that 50 to 60 hours a week are pretty normal. Correct. That's true. I just came back from rotator cuff surgery and still haven't had a week under 50 hours. Yeah, damn. It's always busy, bro. Never missed a paycheck in this trade since 1987. I can honestly say that. Well, unless I was out with like my back surgery or whatever. But if I was available to work, there was always a paycheck. And I still didn't miss the paycheck with the back surgery. I think you get disability or whatever the hell it was. That was a long time ago. But yeah, this trade is amazing. I highly recommend it to anybody. Um, the residential shit's going to get real busy with all the heat pump stuff. It's going to get absolutely crazy with so check this out. Saturday, so I got a call from a guy, and I got to go. If you follow my Instagram, you got to see his driveway way out in the redwoods. Killer freaking house, man. I could barely turn the van around in his driveway. It was out there. It was in the boonies, and he had installed himself an R32 mini split, and I went and hooked the line set up for him. He had most of it done. I just hooked up the line set, made it all nice and pretty, evacuated it, and then let the charge loose and tested everything. And but somebody was telling me today, one of the guys were telling me today that there is no R32 or 404B available. It's only for new equipment. And I had told the guy, hey, I don't have that refrigerant if you pooched it. and he didn't. It was all good. It was all still in the machine. And yeah, Twisted Logic loves the trade with the passion. Yeah, it's like I was telling King of the Crease, man. You get on call, man. It's almost like being high. And, you get self worth because you feel good about what you did all day. You're fixing stuff. You could see the results of your work, and it's really good. I've only done commercial refrigeration for 25 years. Never did residential HVAC. King of the Crease. I was lucky, dude. When I started out, I worked at a shop that did. Check this out. It was so cool. They did residential heating and cooling. Dude, never a day off in the summer or winter. They did dairy refrigeration. So they had all this dairy refrigeration they did. And they did all the commercial stuff. We did the restaurants. That's where I got to learn the cold draft ice makers. Those things used to whip my ass so hard when I was just learning in 87. I would take a whooping. But that's what you're there for. You're there to learn, and it was cool, and it was great. It was a great experience. And like I said, if I've told you guys a million times, the old timers at that shop, man, they showed me every trick in the book. They were really, really good. Let's see. Residential is nuts now with this new shit. Let's go back to R22. Stephen Ritchie. Yeah, well, it's not just the refrigerants. They are hell bent to decarbonize, and it's going to be heat pump central. Um, whether it's going to be the mini split style or if we're going to go with the regular style, and it's going to be super super busy. But I think, yes, Stephen Ritchie installed my first R32 system. Hey, me too, man. Did it on Saturday. It was a little mini split, and what was the name of it? It had some crazy off brand. He said he bought it online, and I looked at the tag and it said made in China. So whichever um, of those mini splits, whether it's Greer or whoever's the main manufacturer, and they're all rebranded, it was the Chinese one. Yeah, Reefer Tech refrigeration. The cold drafts are fun. They're still out there, and now there's the Hoshizaki cold draft copies, which I actually kind of like those. And dude, I think if I read the label right, those are made in the UK. Have you guys seen the label on those? Um, they're not bad. They're not bad to work on. The IM model, correct. Hey, at least that evaporator is going to hold up and not fall apart like the other ones. I'm still a big Hoshizaki fan though. But man, I wanted my customer to replace her Manitowoc, and she bought that Vever thing, and I about cried when I opened the box, man. And man, the install, it was a pain in the ass. Yeah, they're better than cold draft, the IM models. I think so too. I think they're simpler, easier, and they work. A lot of springs breaking on those though, still, just like cold draft. Um, but that is a good ice machine, for reals. Trying to think, what else did I work on last week? My phone's been ringing like crazy. Um, let's see, where else did I go? I'm trying to remember. I'd have to look at my phone. My phone has all my list of everybody that still owes me money, and then that'll tell me where I went last week. Catch my drift. Good evening. How are you, Catch my drift? And yeah, I got to go chase down a bunch of cash out there. But price of motors is kind of funny nowadays. Everything's so expensive. Absolutely crazy. Matter of fact, I just got a thermostat for that Kelvinator freezer. I think my cost on it was $89 with shipping. So that was kind of an eye opener. Those used to be like 25, $30. That was $89, which is fine. I mean, you got to have your parts. I don't keep that one on the van because there's not a whole. I don't do a lot of dipping cabinets, even though there's a bunch out there. I don't have a lot of customers that have though. Stephen Ritchie. um, I have to work on a Tosa ice maker tomorrow for the first time. Wish me luck. Well, if it's the bigger one, check it out. Reefer Tech. I got a couple videos on those. And here's a funny story. So you guys have seen how many times I've worked on that Atosa, and the dump valve on those dumps into this plastic little catch pan that actually has a condensate loop in it because they're trying to pre-cool the liquid line, and then that so the dump valve dumps into the plastic pan. It's got the copper in there for your condensate heat loop, and it gets all scaled up, and then the water fills up into that, and it gravity feeds out of a hole on the top out to the drain line. And that one I had was scaled up big time. And then I think it was not this week, but the week before, Felipe had one he had to go back on, and I told him about it. And sure enough, he found that out, that all scaled up on his too. And, oh man, Davey Johnsonola, how are you? Yeah, they're the only ones I've seen working on Atosas. Yeah, that guy bought that Atosa, and it's been a pain in the butt for him, and he knows it. And then the water fill level sensor and the defrost sensor are in the back behind the evaporator, and they're a pain in the ass to get to and adjust. And they have these little screws that you spin, and I've seen those get low on water, and you have to adjust those. Bin switch is a bin switch on those. The board's just one little tiny board, real simple. Other than that, it's pretty much a copy of a Manitowoc. And it's still making ice for the guy. I mean, as much as I bag on that thing, and it has had a few problems, we've put a circuit board in it. What else have we done to that thing? We did the dump valve. We did the water level sensors and repiped his drain. And it's still making ice for him, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. All right, King of the Crease, get some rest. Take it easy. I hope you get tomorrow off, brother. Go to bed, get some good rest, and take it easy tomorrow. Try and you got to do like you're like a pro athlete right now. You got to get your recovery in. Hydration, baby, hydration. Chris Bevins, the H.V.A.C. ice machines are made in the USA now, but previously Europe. Oh, the IMs. Oh, yeah, they were made in Europe. Okay, cool. I like the IM machine. I'd still get a KM Cuber over one if I had a place. I wouldn't buy the IM, but I like them. But if I had a restaurant, I'd still get a KM for sure. There's no doubt about it. I know I was talking with Felipe. He really likes the isomatics a lot. Well, I was never. I liked the isomatic when they had the CM Cuber, the Hoshizaki copy. That was a good ice maker. All right, let's see. Refrige Tech says, I will check all those videos tonight. The customer says it is not going into harvest. He says he has a new harvest switch. Think that one. Well, I don't know how many different models Atosa has. The one I had, it was like batch freezing. So it had the two little floats in there, kind of like the little under counter Manitowocks, where the magnet floats on the float slides on the post, and then it has the magnetic reed switch in there. And one was for water fill, and then the other one was when it gets low, it goes into defrost. And it could be the little switch. Those are fun to change out and adjust. You'll you'll be kicking that thing if you got to get behind it to do all that. I was all chopped up the first time, man. You got to take all the panels off, and the stainless on those are all sharp. The new isomatics with the red and blue lights kind of suck. I was never a fan of the isomatics. Puffaluffagus is cracking up about the cool air under counters. Oh yeah, the cool air under counter specials. I didn't mind those if you had room to get them out, but when they'd frame those things into the counter, and then it was just a chore to like undo the drain, undo the water supply, just to get that thing out so you could wrench on it. That's always a bummer. I got lucky on a bunch of them where they were really easy access. Oh, Arizona Cobra runners in the house. Yo, what's up, man? I bet you're running crazy out there. How hot's it in Arizona right now? Buck 15? Oh, I bet it's hot as hell out there. And it's only June. We're only just getting started. Well, I guess it's July now. June went by so fast. Dude, think about that for a second. We're almost to July. Unbelievable. Stephen Ritchie's all, it's cool. 106. Yeah, 106, 108. That's nothing for you guys. Piece of cake. Easy day. That's 10 lower than what you're used to. So you guys are fine. That would flat out kill me. Oh, every bar thinks that the ice machine will never need to be moved after install. Puffalophagus, I got a good one for you. I used to service this one bar out in Aptos, and when they remodeled, they got all new R290 shit, nothing on wheels. I told them, get wheels, get all your shit on wheels. Nope. Who are you, bro? Who are you? I got a guy that's a carpenter. Okay, cool. Laters. Come back, take a look at everything. I walked on them. They had framed in all the R290 stuff into the bar, all the coolers, and I think they were trues, where the thermostat dial and everything is in the back. Would have been great if it was on wheels. We could have just rolled everything right out to work on everything. That shit was framed in. I gave him the salute. I was like, laters. That's gonna be a lot of fun for somebody, but not me. Yep. Hey Jay, what's happening? Jay's in the house. Dave Johnzola, no airflow. Gave my on call to the young buck. Cobra Runner, you are a genius. We were never allowed to pawn ours off. You had to do the week that was yours, unless you were sick, of course, or you couldn't make it. That's great. You got to pawn it off to the young guy who wants to make some money. That dude will probably end up being a really good mechanic if he's that motivated. That's really great. That's great to see that the young guys actually want to be on call. The fastest way to kill a R290 compressor is not to clean the condenser coil. Oh, yeah, they're dying left and right. And then someone had a question on here. I don't know if it was on one of my videos, but they brought up a really good question was, why do the R290 evaporator coils leak so fast? And the only thing I could think of is everything's just made cheaper now. It's has nothing to do with the refrigerant. It's just gosh, how many beverage air coils have I changed? And beverage air is great. They're easy to change, easy to work on, and they'll send you the coil, the dryer, and the cap tube. No questions asked. And they're really, really good if it's under warranty. But man, I think just my little side business alone, I've probably done 15 of those coils this year. That for to me, that's a lot. Cheap copper, yeah, Chris. Chris Bevan says cheap copper. I'd say, yeah, it's got to be cheap stuff, like what they're putting in the Chevy transmissions now. You go buy a full size Chevy truck, and that tranny's gonna chunk on you. Terrible. Yeah, thinner walled copper. I don't think the cheap braze can stand up to the hydrocarbons. That's interesting. It'd be neat to see if there was actually a way you could test. I know when I came up in the trades, believe it or not, evaporator coil leaks were rare because the copper was so thick. So if you had a walk-in box, the coil was last. It's probably still running right now today. Those coils would not pit out and leak. They would just last and last. The air conditioner ones would still leak. And that's probably maybe the chemicals in the house, different factors. I know the taquerias, the coils in the taquerias don't last because everything's so acidic in the air from all the produce because they're running so much fresh produce and stuff. Try and get your customers to cover up all their stuff. I try to get the guys to switch over to tubs. And they actually listen to me. So, oh, sorry about that. So everything's in tubs. It's covered up. It's and I'm hoping it'll help them get the coils to last longer. Stephen Ritchie, cat piss. Yeah, cat piss, dog piss, all that shit. Cleaning all the cleaning shit in the house. Eat the evaporator coils up. I have customers with 30-year-old coils. There you go. Those coils will last. I got it. I got the liquor store over right down the street here. In his wine cooler is it's an old coil, and there's one I think too, Live Oak Liquors. Old evaporator coil. Thing's never gonna leak. It's just good old shit. Thick copper on those walls. Oh, Joseph Johnson says go Dodgers. Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. Oh, what was the spray you used on the evap video? Oh, so that was made by Refrigeration Technologies, and it's supposed to be a coil coater. And it's like a purple colored logo, and it's a coil coating. And I've sprayed it on the last few ones. We'll see if it makes a difference, Chris. It might be worth looking into at the parts house. Get one and give it a try, especially if it's a brand new coil. So hopefully the application will stick. But it only wants you to spray. If I read the can right, it wants you to clean the coil, let it dry, and then spray that stuff on there one coat. They only want one coat. But I sprayed dude. I sprayed the TXV, the solenoid valve. I sprayed everything, and when it dries up, it almost looks like a lacquer on there. It almost dries like it has lacquer. Like that's how I would explain it. Almost looks like a lacquer, like a sheen to it. So we'll see if it Tremor misses Hack and Mow. I look at Hack and Mow's right here, dude. They're right here in the box. Look at there they are. Hey now, look at there they are. We got to get these dudes back in action. Yeah, man. Just yeah. Hey, man. Hack and Mow are in the box. They're ready to go. I need to fire those guys up. Oh, I need to get Hack and Mow talking about the the A2Ls. What are my thoughts on 454B? I think it'll be fine, Joseph Johnson. I think all the refrigerants, whatever the OEMs go to, is what we'll use, and it'll work. Just like when we switched to 410 and everything else. I think I just used the last of my 410. I think the new jug's like $250. How much are you guys paying for 410? More West Coast humor, Mr. Freeze. Yeah, there's some stuff we could do with Hack and Mow that'd be funny for sure. Get him on some A2L training with Hack and Mow. Hack and Mow do heat pumps. I think they've already done mini splits. They had to come to grips on the mini splits once already. Uh, my thoughts are it's going to take patience to deal with them. They're really touchy, and pray that the sensor board does not fail. Yeah, all this shit with computer boards and stuff, we know what's going to happen with it. It's not like the furnace of old or the air conditioner of old. I mean, I'll be honest, if I had to have air conditioning in my house, I'd get me a Carrier basic coil and a condensing unit. Old school. I'd go TXV though. I'm fine with the TXV and let it rip. Yeah, hopefully it will last. Hopefully the coil will last. The mitigation sensor is going to be the issue on the A2L systems. The sensor where hey Puffaluffagus where it's checking for leaks, and then if it goes off, it's going to cut the system out, right? So we can't potentially have a fire. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. Blow up a mini split R32. Wow, 454B, 850 to $1,000. Wow. Says this is ridiculous. What I mean, really, there's nothing we can do about it. They are hell bent. They are hell bent not to have any more gas fired furnaces. Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of the new construction here, like the multi units, is baseboard heat. Because remember, I don't have air conditioning out here for residential. I'm on that coastal climate, so they're going baseboard heat on these multi-story units, apartments. How many times have people had a refrigerant detector go off with dust in the air? That sensor ain't no different. Yeah, you're probably right, man. And it's you know, this new stuff, seriously, man, people really need to get on board with maintenance. It's like you guys see my videos, my customers don't do any preventive maintenance. And I get on these ice makers and they're beat to hell. I get beat up sometimes in the comments too. Ah, man, you left that thing so dirty. Brr, 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 brr. Sometimes, man, they just want to get their shit running and you don't have time to like get the lime away on there and get it like totally perfect. But there's no maintenance being done on these ice makers, and you get to them and they're just totally beat to hell. John Joseph's in the house. What's up, brother? John's who took me to Metallica. Thank you, John. The guys were asking me about the show earlier, and John won the tickets and invited me, and it was a great time. And we actually got to see Trujillo do Dead Kennedys. That was the highlight of the night for me. Well, that and shit, dude, their stage setup was incredible, absolutely incredible. Oh, look at Jason's in there. Jason Cadoti. You made the live stream and your true fridge broke today. My mic audio is weak as hell. Is everybody else hearing me good? Breaker 19, breaker 19. Oh, yeah. Stephen Ritchie says it sounds good. Here, let's try this. How's that sounding? Yeah. Oh, everyone says it's good. All right, we're good. Sorry about that, Jason. I hope it's coming through better now. Breaker, breaker, breaker. For me too. California Uber Alice was my highlight too. Oh, is the mic still weak? How's that now? Is the mic better now? Does that sound better? I turned the mic volume up. Um, weak mic. Weak, weak mic. Oh, 100% better. All right, cool. So the microphone's doing better. I never mark down where my levels are at. I need to just set it and forget it. Okay, a lot better. All right, good job. Good job, Jason. Thanks for the heads up on the microphone. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm weak on the surround. I'm weak on the surround sound. Damn. What about Super Tech? Does Super Tech sound any good on the surround sound? Let's give it a try. How's that? My surround sound sounds good. Now my voice is probably too loud. Um, but yeah, we were talking about the dirty ice makers, and so no one out here is doing maintenance at the restaurants I service. So by the time I get there, they're beat to crap, and it takes hours and hours to clean those things, and there's no getting around it. Oh look, someone just drove by with the booming stereo. Jeez, man, that thing was shaking the garage. Puffaluffagus says it sounds fine. Thanks, Puff. But as far as the residential air conditioning, this new residential air conditioning stuff with the A2Ls and the sensors and all this, yeah, it's dude, the homeowner's just going to get clubbed. The price of the install, the upkeep and the maintenance on it, and then the amount of service calls. Like I had an old boss one time when he would sell an ice maker to a customer. Um, he would let him know up front, hey man, you're probably going to have about 6 service calls a year on that thing, the old Manitowocks. And he was just being truthful, man. You gotta service this stuff. About my true cooler, yeah, I'll fix it. My damn yellow lab chewed the cord. Oh, your dog ate the cord to your true fridge. The dogs will do that. When my dog was a puppy, that dog ate my whole house, and I bitched at the old lady, and I told her that's it. I'm never buying another piece of furniture again. Yeah, guess who bought new furniture last year? Yeah, my dumbass. Oh, when that dog was a puppy, man, she ate everything. I ain't shitting. She ate the couch, the chair. Mm. Probably one of my work boots. What else? Oh, a jacket. Everything in the backyard got destroyed. She's all grown up now, so now she's a good dog. You guys seen my dog on there. She's like the star of the live show. The nuance calls are gonna be consistent, Puffaluffagus. Yeah, this new stuff's gonna be crazy. Hey, the trippy thing is there is a lot of people ditching their furnaces because the guys in town are telling them they got to get a heat pump, and they're chopping the whole house up into mini splits when they have a perfectly good ducted system. I think it's criminal, and you're gonna heat and cool your house way better with a ducted system. I mean, one plug drain on a mini split head and you just ruined your house with water damage. So good luck. Oh, Dave Pascal's in the house. What's up, Dave? Had a York rooftop GZ2580, which needed 4 UL Class J fuse busman fuses, 80 amperes, $180 a piece to restore cooling due to cheap copper contacts on the compressor contactors. Wow, everything's getting so cheaped out. Unbelievable. Heat pumps are shit compared to gas furnaces. That is correct. 74.1776. If yeah, don't change your gas-fired furnace out for a heat pump. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And don't fall for the we can't replace it with another gas furnace. That's a lie too. Puffaluffagus, here we go. Mini split simply doesn't operate anything like straight cooling system. So the customer is always disappointed in the end. Yeah, did I don't know if you ever heard that one story, Puffaluffagus, that my coworker's son moved out to Reno, got a job at the HVAC shop, and he's telling us the story at work. He goes, yeah, he goes, man, the kid went out there, guy had him come out, rip out his furnace, put in the mini split system. Guy hated it. His bill was like $900 for the one month in winter out there. It gets cold in Reno. Immediately called that shop and repaid him to rip that shit out and put a gas furnace back in. True story. That is crazy. If Steve Lav won't work on it, I don't want it. Keith, yeah, Lavs. Hey, I haven't seen Lavs in a while because I've been busy. But does he still have the dog in the work van? Miss Molly. I gotta go. I gotta tune into that guy tomorrow and say hello. The dog was the star of the show. Good old Miss Molly. I used to like watching his oil burner. There's no oil burners out here, so I'd watch his show to learn all about the oil burners, and I thought he was spectacular at it. Wall mount mini split heads are designed by the biggest virgin on the planet, probably scared of the dog. Molly is still kicking. Awesome. There, Miss Molly. She is the star of the show, old Miss Molly. I used to like it too when Steve would do his backyard fire burns. He'd burn all his cardboard in the backyard and drink a six pack. Those were the best videos ever. Mm-hmm. Those were good. He'd get all fired up. He needs to do another backyard burn video. He'd probably get the most views. Any tips on replacing evap coil in a crappy attic? Not really, man. Try and do it when it's is least hot as possible. We've taken fans up there. Try to do it early in the morning. Take fans up. Get yourself comfortable. Try not to step through the sheetrock. You don't want to know how many times NorCal Dave's done that one. 38 years. I've done it a couple times. NorCal's tip of the day. Yeah, don't step through the sheetrock in the ceiling. I've done it. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. More than once. I'm studying for my EPA 608. Do you recommend getting universal certified or just stick to type 1 and type 2? Take the universal, man. Try and get it all on there. I mean, the more credentials you have, the better it is, honestly. And it's really not that hard to get it all. Just get it all done. Do all three. You're going to pass them all. So just get them and it's over with. And you'll have all three. Yep, get the universal. Because sometimes on these, when you apply for jobs, um, the job description will ask for universal, and you'll just have it. You won't have to worry about it. Steve makes working man meals. Yes, he does. Get Nate certified while you're at it. Hey, any certification you can get is better. The more you have, the better. The more stuff you can throw on that job application, the better. You're going to get the job anyways, but because we need people, there's just not enough people doing what we do. You guys ever think about that? That's crazy. How many R22s are we in? That was just the one show. Roger sent those. Matter of fact, that reminds me, I got to plug my sponsor for tonight. It's the same sponsor we've had for the whole 12 years. Our greatest sponsor. They're so consistent and so good. Let's give a big round of applause to Nobody. Thank you, Nobody. Oh, yeah. That's our sponsor, Nobody. Roger sponsored the show twice and sent beers. It's a shame I killed two of those beers with the knife when I was unboxing them. But I'm not the best knife wielder. But Nobody is a hell of a guy, John Joseph. Nobody is. Nobody is, dude. He gets no hassles at the end of the day. You don't have a. I don't have a True Tech discount code. Nope. You know what it probably was, dude. You guys have watched all my videos. I keep it real. I don't chong on it. You know, and those dudes probably looked at my shit and went, "No effing way. No, no way." Oh, John Joseph parties with nobody a ton these days. Yeah, me too. Um, Come on, dude. You think they were gonna sponsor the Vangina? I got pictures of the Vangina on all the posts and all the funny sayings. Those dudes were probably going, "No, stay away from this guy." Oh my goodness. Oh, I'll give you an update on those Navac gauges. The hook broke already, so that was kind of a bummer. I broke them Saturday when I was doing that mini split. I had them hanging on the ladder. So the guy, he did a great job. He had the side of the house mounting kit. It was on the side of the house. It was up high because he didn't want the dogs to piss on it, which I thought was a really good move. He had the thing leveled, tricked out, great install. So I'm up the ladder. I got him hanging off the hook, and I just went to grab the hoses to look at it, right? So it should swivel. Thing snappered right off the hook on those. Other than that, they're still working spectacular. So I got to try and rig up. I'm not going to try and do any like warranty thing on that. I'm just going to try and rig up my own better hook that won't break. Like maybe drill the piece out, get a little piece of stainless, and make my own funky hook. Uh, John's all they should be embracing me. Fools, all of them. Yes, every one of them. But yeah, those gauges, I still like those gauges. The screen on it, it didn't bother me in the straight sunshine. I had a little YouTube short on that. You can always put your hand over it. It's just like your iPhone. So it wasn't bugging me that bad. And of course, a lot of my stuff's indoors. So I really like those gauges. It's just a digital gauge, nothing fancy. I can't believe the price increase on parts and tools these days, Dave Pascal. Yeah, the price. I was bitching about the price of that Kelvinator thermostat. We used to get those for $30. They're $89 now, so it's $90. So, but I'm over here playing with this little wire tie, dude. I keep messing with it. If you guys are wondering what I was doing, I was wondering what I was doing. I was like, what the hell am I doing? And yeah, the price of everything's just stupid. Hey, July 26th, Better Days Chopper Show, Balado Park and Tres Pinos. Hopefully, I'll be out there. Right, I can't swing the camera. My bike doesn't have any front legs right now. I had to send my forks off, and Olins is going to rebuild the forks on the bike, and I think they're gonna get them on Monday. So maybe a 1 week turnaround. So hope I should make that one. I don't think I'm gonna make the King of the Bagger race at Laguna Seca unless I get on the back of someone's bike and ride bitch or I go in a car, which I might still do. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. 4th of July shot. I was gonna go out to Hollister because they're bringing the Hollister rally back. I'm staring at the bike right now, but so yeah, 4th of July. I'm just gonna go to a friend's party, house party. Can you do NATE certificate online or is it a class? That's a great question. I never did the NATE certification because I was in the union. So the union had its apprenticeship program, and then so they didn't do NATE because they have their own 4 year apprenticeship program. $500 tool allowance will get you a Vito and a 10-in-1 screwdriver, basic upland. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then you can't leave your tools anywhere; they'll get stolen. The van gets broken in and stolen. Like my insurance right here in Santa Cruz, because we have so many homeless, they'll only my insurance will only insure my tools for 10 grand, so I can't go over. And I've tried, and they're like, nope, that's your cap, dude. So, and they're all, you better videotape everything real good, and we're gonna prorate if it gets stolen, so you're not getting full dig for anything that gets ripped off. That's how they do it. So it's pretty crazy, pretty crazy. I'm sure at some point they'll start denying insurance because everything gets ripped off. They'll probably just go, nah, this is a loss. We'll see how that works out. So, hey, we're about an hour in. Why don't we wrap it up for the night? Let's do the super tech on the way out. And I'll be working tomorrow. I'll try and get a video out for Sunday on that freezer. We'll see. I should be able to. I don't think no one's going to be in there tomorrow morning. So I think I could figure out if I could fix a freezer. First thing I want to show you guys is how thick is the ice on the walls on that. So on those static freezers, the customer can't let the ice build up on those. They're supposed to manually defrost those and keep the walls thin because it turns into insulation after some point. And I was trying to explain that to the guy today, but he's going, "Hey, I got nowhere to put my ice cream. It's like I'm going to be a magician in there tomorrow. Like fucking hocus pocus, abracadabra. Psh, it's fixed." And then he's going to be all mad at me. eBay comes in clutch for T-Trules. Reefer Tech. Mr. Nobody. Hey, there he is. $9.99. Thanks. Oh man, Mr. Nobody. That's been a consistent sponsor for a long time. More consistent than I do my live streams because I'm usually out working all the time. That's what they want, the magic wand. Yeah. Those Vever ice makers are gonna need like what's that guy's name? David Blaine. David Blaine's gonna have to come and work on the Vever ice makers. Maybe that's let me turn that down. Maybe that's what I'll tell her when she calls when that thing's all hammered. I'm gonna tell her you need to call in David Blaine. You got the wrong David. call your guy Blaine. Oh. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Felipe told me he had a customer that bought that Vever ice machine. It made it a month. Oh, Stephen Ritchie wants to know how to contribute. There's a little dollar sign by the chat right there. A little square dollar you can click on. Where you guys enter your chats. That one's called the super chat. Oh. What's up, Will Speed? Oh man. I think there's you can join the membership too. I don't know where the hell that button. There's a button somewhere for memberships, and then there's the little dollar sign for super chats. Will Speed is traveling home early morning. Will, where are you located at? It's only 6 at night in California. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a super tech, all right. Oh, in Boston. Home's Florida. Okay. How was that heat wave, man? You guys are getting killed by that heat wave this week. That was a crazy ass heat wave. I was watching the weather. Yeah, you guys got slaughtered in Boston. There must have been 10 million air conditioning calls out there. All right, everybody, be good. Have a great weekend. I'll try and get a video out for Sunday morning. Oh, man. Okay. You guys be good. Tear it up this weekend. And we'll try and do another live next Friday. And then I'll try and get a video out Sunday. And I'm always putting stupid stuff on Instagram if you guys want to go on the Instagram. Oh, Stephen Ritchie became a super tech. Attaboy, Stephen. Welcome to the club. You know, so last time I gave stuff away, we gave away a couple sets of gauges to the members. So you got to keep in tune with old NorCal. Sometimes he's not very consistent on stuff, but he tries. Oh. Ran in just when the stream was ending. Yeah, well, we've been at it an hour. It seems like if I go past an hour, it goes to trash. And I don't have much to talk about. Oh, you have a great weekend too, John Joseph. If you're up there camping, go by the Bembo KOA. They have like this little tiny golf course. It's free golfing. And the pool's good and the hot tub's good, but we're up there on our motorcycles. So when we're camping off the motorcycles, that Bembo KOA is that's like 5-star for us. So we'll go there and then we'll go putt around, what is it? Avenue of the Giants. And, we go play in the river and all that fun shit up there. Oh, you know it. Okay, cool. Yeah, we go up there and play. It's always fun. And there's so many crazy back roads out there. Just a good time. All right, everybody. Later, skater. Laters. Laters to the skaters from the concrete crater. Here's the fun part is like trying to remember how to turn it off. Boop.